How's it going, everyone? Button here. Today, I want to talk about the AMX 30B. I played this about a week or two ago, and I did really well in it. 68%, 3,200, just outside the top 100 on Blitz stars. And I want to show you how I managed to make the tank work for me and just generally go over some games. I had 32. This tank has 3,270 BPM if you're running calibrated shells, so you get 330 heat pen, which is super clutch for a lot of things, especially for me because I can't aim. 350 alpha, 300 alpha with heat, that's pretty okay. And especially when you combine with its 10 degrees of gun depression, the armor it gets, the 62 speed, this tank can get to hold down spots, farm very quickly, and also be a sniper. And so you generally want to do a mix of two out of the three. You want to be using a mobility or your gun, or your turret or your gun. Watch out for cupola snipes, they do happen a lot. You need to be careful about how you're moving your turret to bounce shots. And finally, try to make sure that you have a fire extinguisher ready for the fires. This thing gets set on fire pretty easily, and you want to be careful of that. So generally, I carry a protective kit to protect against that. Improved fuel and coffee croissant will help. And you want to run these two, refined gun and laying drive, to help with the accuracy. CS, in my opinion, is good. If you're really mechanical, go run the rammer. That'll really take your gameplay to the limit. And consumable delivery system, just so you can get that fire extinguisher come up a lot faster. You really need it. This thing gets silence fire so often, and you definitely don't want to be running without it. So I'm going to show you 3 games that I did well in, and hopefully, you're going to be convinced to play the 30B right before it gets nerfed. And so my first game I want to show you is on Wintermouth. So on Wintermouth, we have a med advantage here, something to keep in note. So I want my meds to spot for me. I'm kind of relying on them. So I'm gonna do something a little different. Something that, well, let's say only a showers can do, only a little button can do. And so for this game, I'm gonna show you a little cool spot I use. Since there's going to be a 30B, a TVP, and a car on their team, maybe one of these meds will come here. So this is an early blind shot out to do. You don't really get spotted doing this if you do it like how I do it. If you're doing it from where the car is doing it, you will get spotted. Hopefully. Right now, my heavies are going C, my meds are going A. So I don't really want to commit to a position. I just want to chill. And right now I see the heavies are crossing. I wish I was more prepared for it. So I rushed this shot. I thought the Sturb was going to cross forward. I'm glad he didn't, so I can get this one in. Nice shot, right? So yeah. So right now I see that our meds have pushed past the A on our mini map. So like this side of the map is clear, but they're all over there on our right. So next I want to know how they're set up on C. It looks like they're going to come in and push. They have tanks all over. I see that this RO's made a huge mistake. We're going to put into a track. One thing you're going to notice about my gameplay as we go on with the series is that I go for a lot of tracking shots, especially whenever I can. And that way, it'll be good. E100, I think the front track shot was a little risky there, so just shooting him anywhere on the side is super chill. And I noticed that some of their meds are going to rotate back, so to counteract this motion, we're going to start moving into the right. Their Sturb and their 57 heavy is super isolated right now, and that's something you definitely need to be taking advantage of. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to cause a little chaos. The Sturb is actually out of position. I notice him not really using the full extent of his hull, so we're going to punish that. Thankfully, my E6 puts in a really nice shot here. He's now a 2-shot, except I get this really lucky max roll, and now I can start working on the 57 heavy. So I'm going to put a nice tracking shot into him, but I do see that Caro has shots on me. I wish I was paying attention. I really wasn't. So I'm going to put in another tracking shot in here. Hopefully the ISM can pick up the kill. I'm going to start looking to the Caro now. I put in another tracking shot so my team can maybe shoot and follow up on it. Another one here. And I kind of just wish I just pushed straight into the S-Kong instead of having to go for the shot. You can shoot the cupola there. That's a tricky shot to go for, but that'll really. But if you have your eyes open, that's a shot you can do. And yeah, get behind him, have my E6 push me to the side. Yeah, just a nice little quick game. So in that game, I want to use the accuracy of my gun and to really get the shots in, and then I moved in really quickly to a hold down spot, farmed their team, and yeah, this was a class 1, and I think we did well, a little bit of assistance damage, and yeah, my team was, good for supporting. They gave me info, and through that info, I used it to position myself, I think, pretty well and make the plays I think the team needed. This next game, we're gonna we're gonna try and replicate what we did in the first game. I see that they have a lot of scary meds, Sheridan and Vickers, they can get the spots early and catch me out. I have a 92 E1 and a standard beat and a Karo for support. I don't really trust any of my teammates to be honest, so I'm gonna play a really safe spot. You're gonna see me use this spot a lot in a lot of these games where I just go to the middle bush and I just stay here basically. I sit here, I wait for things to happen, and it's just a nice safe way to just open up your games. Kind of misplayed there. I let myself get spotted for free. I was looking for shots. I'm a little greedy for damage, so I'll make these kind of aggressive plays. I spot my left. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything like bomb pushing me. I see that C was capped right now. That kind of indicates that it was like, I'm gonna say like concept captive, but no, it's probably the 183. So yeah, you always want to keep yourself open. The 183 is there. Like B cap, you just want to generally know where they're positioned. I see that the TL is giving me some damage here. That was very kind of him, very generous. So I push in, try to get the last of the damage. I also want to make sure that he was killed. And now I have a couple options. I can help with the C fight. I think they've got it. And I'm kind of worried if there's anything that's going to make a play on middle, so I wanted to go back to my spot again and just do it. It's very hard for them to have shots on me, and I do see that there are tanks in the road, this middle road right now. I can shoot them, I give them a shot, and yeah, this game looks to be in our favor. So, and now that the Leo is coming in, he wants to trade the standard. So I'm gonna try and farm the Leo back, punish him for his play, and yeah, I look to my right. I see that these tanks are on low hit points, so that means the only tank that has hit points is the 183. So we're gonna punish the 183. And the way we punish the 183 is we're gonna try and track him for every shot and make his life miserable. Put a little tracking shot here, and I'm just waiting for my reload. Another one there. I do get the tracking shot, but I turn him into me. He gets the hash roll. But here's a little naughty trick. He's reloading for a while. I practically kill him with DPM, so I don't want to track him anymore. I want him to pull back, and I want him to get into cover so I can kill him. It's a little greedy, but you want to elevate your gameplay. You do need to be aware of how you can manipulate your enemies last minute, so that way you can get the farm and not your teammates. It's a little dirty, but you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. And so this game had a great supporting cast. The Chieftain helped and the concept helped. They got C and the Arctics in the middle did okay. And I was just there in between, just trying to help them out. I generally just only was able to look to middle that game, but I think we did a good job showing you guys how much DPM, how much damage this thing could put out, and using some of the armor to make some of the shots really difficult, and using the mobility to come in and get your last second damage. So it's gonna be a little. This game, I think, encompasses why the 30B is so strong. We have two meds against one, and so I don't really know what my team does. It looks like some of us are going to B, looks like some are going to the TD spot, but generally speaking, I'm the only med. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I do see that the 183 is spotted. I do miss the shot. I do think that's a little unfortunate. When the tank is 2.4 dispersion, I kind of expect the world from the tank. I misread that so poorly. I see that I trade 1 for 1 with the Vickers, and instead of just using my multi-purpose repair kit and moving on with my life, I use all 3 of my consumables, and essentially I'm less effective for the next minute. But I do see that they're gonna start working to the right. They're just gonna start to push into our B cap, so I think it'll be good to punish. I thought the timing there with the VK90. He doesn't really have a shot. He's spotted, and now I see this Vickers Light in a horrible position, so I give him a tracking shot. Always, like I said, always go for those. And I trade 1 for 1 to get the kill here. I think that's a really good play that I did. That was super amazing. And yeah, I was very happy with that. Now I wish this 113 wasn't blocking me so much, but what can I say? I kind of expected it to some level. When you're playing with a lot of people on NA, you just get trolled a lot. Now I see that this 30B he peeked to try to punish, so nice little tracking shot there. It's kind of just plays like that that really help you out. Just like always going for those tracking shots, always making sure that you're eyeing your team, you're making sure that you're able to support them. So I feel that the best way to support my team is creating crossfire, and I want to create crossfire on the tanks that are pushing in to B. So the way I wanted to do that was by going up to this angle and making sure that these 23s don't feel comfortable pushing forward. This 183 tries to snap in a shell. Both 183s fire, so I can pick up the kill. And I'm not comfortable pushing the 183 right now. I look to my left, I see that the VK90 is in a bad spot for me. I think it's a good spot given when our team is playing, but unfortunately, I do punish him for this, put in a nice 2 shots, he pulls back, and I want to make sure I keep this 183 alive for a while, but I know that if there's any opportunities to come, I'm going to want to take advantage of them. So the advantage I'm looking for is a pick. I want to clear something, and I want to give our team the lead. So I'm just really looking for information. The 183 gets spotted. I think the Waffle spotted him, which was super huge. Our Yak Tiger's pushing in, and I think that's my cue to go. Little poorly aimed shot there, but I'm just trying to get to somewhere quickly so I can isolate him out. Put a nice little quick shot in. I'm always using cover in this tank, so that way I'm not making myself an easy shot. When you close your distance on the 183, you just open yourself up to him, and I'm always in cover. I was in cover to these meds, I was in cover to the 183, and now I think I set myself perfectly to try and save the game for my team. The BK90 is low health, the 30B was low health. Always focus out these low health tanks first. And yeah, this is where I was really disappointed in. The VK90 was super hard to aim. I couldn't just push behind him, so I had to just try and panic aim. I should have definitely gone for the tracking shot there, but luckily the Waffle, he saved me there, making sure that the VK was picked up. And now I just used my DPN. I had adrenaline loaded, and I'm just going to just farm him out. Really balance my shots. That'd be great game, was my thought. But yeah, I'm just gonna calm down, take a deep breath, and just start to punish this Progetto. I have to say, his DPM was very much a lot. I think one thing you want to be careful for, I gave him a side shot on the last shot. The side, you can obviously HE pen, so watch out for those. Always be careful, always be aware of when you're clutching. I think that was a little messy from me, but overall, I think it played it very well. I was always keeping my team covered. I made sure to keep the gun in the game, and when my team needed it, I cashed out my hit points and I got them the win. A nice little master game. We picked up 5 kills. We spotted a few tanks, and yeah, I really recommend you play this tank. It's a really fun tank to play. I've been having so much fun in this, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for my teammates who were really aware, did what they had to do, and I hope you guys get to play this tank before it gets nerfed. And have a great rest of your day.